The night was dark, so dark it felt like someone had extinguished the sky itself. Far away, ashes from burnt buildings drifted through the freezing air, and in the middle of that ash sat a lone human figure on her knees. Her hands were tied, her face bruised, and her eyes carried a kind of pain that wasn't born from war, but from betrayal. She wasn't an ordinary prisoner. She was a German woman, soldier Elsa Wolfthrone, hereafter surviving punishments harsher than death, given not by enemies but by her own people. Soviet Captain Grigori looked at her. He had seen countless prisoners before, but there was something unsettling about this woman's eyes. She looked broken, yet beneath that brokenness, a wild fire burned. In a cold voice, he asked her name. Elsa forced a painful smile and whispered, "Before I answer, tell me something, Captain. Are you here to kill me, or are you afraid of my truth?" It was a beginning so strange that soldiers from the entire camp gathered around her tent as interrogation started. But every answer Elsa gave felt incomplete, like she was holding the truth tightly but refusing to release it entirely. Slowly, Captain Grigori began to understand that this woman wasn't just a soldier. She was an enemy of her own nation. Her cuts, her wrists marked with rope burns, the deep bruises across her body, all of it screamed of punishments no soldier should ever endure. And it was clear she hadn't received these scars from war, but from her own army. On the third night, while the camp slept, Elsa appeared outside the captain's tent. She was shivering, but her voice carried a strange strength. "I didn't lie to you," she said. "I was never loyal to them. They locked my brother in a camp, forced me into the intelligence unit, and every mistake I made, my brother paid for it. I tried running away many times. Each time they caught me, punished me, broke me a little more, and finally, they left me to die." For the first time, the captain's suspicion began to weaken, but he still wasn't ready to trust her completely. The very next night something happened that shattered every doubt. The Soviet camp was suddenly attacked by German commandos. Bullets tore through the darkness, and amidst the chaos, one thing became painfully clear: they weren't there to rescue Elsa. They were there to kill her. Why would her own army risk elite soldiers just to eliminate her? After the attack ended, Elsa was lying in a pool of blood, but her voice trembled with rage more than pain. "Do you still think I'm lying? I am dangerous for them. If I reveal the truth, their final operation will fall apart." She told the captain that the German army was preparing one last massive attack, an operation powerful enough to drown the Eastern Front in blood. And Elsa was the only person who knew the codes, the map, and the route to stop it. It could have been a trap, but the captain remembered the attack, the desperation of those commandos, and realized no army sends its best men to kill someone useless. He made the most dangerous decision of his life. Together he and Elsa set out toward the secret German facility where the operation was being prepared. On the way, patrols, sniper fire, traps, and the freezing wilderness all pursued them. Death came close, so close they could feel its breath. But each time, Elsa looked straight ahead. She wasn't running for survival. She was running for revenge and for her brother. They finally reached the hidden facility. Inside were explosives, maps, coded orders, everything ready for the devastating attack. Just as Elsa led the captain toward the operation room, a voice echoed behind them. "Welcome back, Elsa Wolf." Elsa froze. Standing behind them was the same German commander who had destroyed her life. The same man who had ordered torture, humiliation, and the death of her brother. He glanced at the captain and smirked. "Did you really think this girl was your ally? She's my creation. Every breath she takes belongs to me," Elsa shouted, her voice cracking. "You're lying. You used me. You broke me." The commander stepped closer, his voice dripping with cruelty. "You were never a soldier. You were punishment, a toy to control. Your pain entertained me." Something snapped inside Elsa. Every memory of suffering, every night of torture, every scream she had swallowed, everything erupted like a volcano. With the last strength in her trembling hands, she lifted her gun and fired straight into the man who had destroyed her existence. The commander fell. The fear that had lived inside her for years collapsed with him. Captain Grigori activated the explosives and both of them ran out before the facility exploded into a tower of flames. But as they emerged, a sniper's bullet sliced through the freezing air and lodged deep in Elsa's chest. She collapsed, blood staining the snow beneath her. The captain held her in his arms as her breaths grew shallow. Fire roared behind them while the snow slowly settled on her pale skin. Elsa spoke with her final strength. "I've endured punishments all my life, but today, for the first time, someone believed me. That's enough. If history ever writes my name, let it say I wasn't evil, I was just broken." Her eyes slowly closed. The war didn't end that day, but in the captain's heart. A war certainly did. A war where he learned that your enemy is not always the one standing in front of you. Sometimes the real enemies are the ones who turn a human being against their own shadow. And sometimes the bravest decisions come from the people who are the most shattered. Elsa's story didn't end in glory, medals, or recognition, but her truth lived in the ashes of war, in the silence of snowy nights, and in the memory of the man who knew that even a broken soul can become a weapon against darkness.